Pumpkin spice is back. I've got a knitted jumper on. The vibes are immaculate. Let's get into the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name's Breeze. Stay for a while. I've got a big stack of books here, so I guess you can kind of guess what we're doing today. Another book haul. So I've got a bunch of books here that I'm going to show you. These are all like collective book hauls that I've bought over the last month, maybe like from mid-January. No, mid-July to now, which is the start of August. So over the last 3 weeks, which is kind of a lot for 3 weeks, but the majority of these have come from Vinted. And then I have my fairyloot box here, which has 2 books in it, and then this is an Illumicrate box but it has Vinted books in it. But we have book fairy books, which is exciting. Things from Waterstones, Vinted, as I already said, Amazon, a bunch of different things. But we have a lot of books to get through, so let's just get into the video. I think I'm just going to start with these big books here, which are from Vinted, and there's 5 books in here. So I first picked up The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. I probably butchered that, but this is a US copy. I actually haven't opened these yet. I literally like opened them to give them a quick look over, just so I could like tell the Vinted seller that they're fine, but I haven't like fully pulled them out the box and like looked at them. But this is, why are American books so floppy? Like, look at this. That is immaculate. But this, I've seen this all over TikTok, but it sounds really interesting. It's about like a witch, and she's also like a necromancer, she's a necromancer, and that makes her a bone witch. They're like feared in her kingdom, so she gets sent off somewhere to go like hone her powers and become like a really talented bone witch, I'm guessing. And then another American cover, which it looks like, yeah, US. Another US cover is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenstella. I've seen this literally everywhere and I have no idea what it's about. This, all I know is they have to go on some sort of mission to find a map, or like a key to a map or something like that. But if you know me, I like to go into books blind, so I don't like to read the blurb that much. I like to like just give it a quick skim. Thirdly, I picked up Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray. I think this is a fantasy. Was it dark romance? I don't know. I bought it because it was 50p off Vinted. These were all by the same sort of like seller, so I bought it because it was 50p and I would get like 20% off if I bought 5. That's why I just added them in. And then this is another fairyloot edition, but this looks more like a fairyloot edition with like these sprayed edges. That's like the most beautiful blue ever. But it's An Arrow to the Moon by Emily Exa Pan. A spellbinding reinterpretation of Romeo and Juliet filled with romance, magic and Chinese mythology. Sounds really good, and this cover is like, I don't know, it's like textured. It looks really cool. It's beautiful. We got An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. I've butchered that. I apologise. I have no idea what this is about, but every time I watch a YouTube video, like a booktube video, someone mentions this. Or like at one point it just gets mentioned somewhere and I'm like, I really want to read that book. And then I seen it on Vinted and I was like, I really want that book. I think I paid like no more than £2 for this. But I think it's got something to do with like an academy. Yeah, anything to do with academies and people learning new skills and a school where people go to like become stronger and better. I love that stuff, like Fourth Wing, stuff like that. Oh, just immaculate vibes. I love them. And then I'm gonna open my fairyloot box. I haven't actually opened these. Should I try and get the card out first? Also, this is the young adult box, and Sleep Like Death by Callan Barron. She's the author of Cinderella's Dead, I think. Ooh, this is stunning. That is so pretty, and those sprayed edges. Yes, she's the author of Cinderella's Dead. It says on the back, Cinderella is dead but Snow White fights on. Oh my god, I love the reverse jacket. I think I prefer the reverse dust jacket. This is the reverse dust jacket. Oh, I think I prefer the dust jacket, like the reverse. And then for the adult, we have got The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. Ooh, another dragon one. I feel like we've been having a lot of dragon ones. I feel like last month we had a dragon one as well, but it says Never Trust a Dragon on the back. Well, I am not a fan of these end pages. I feel like it's because the people look too real and I don't like real people. What is that reverse dust jacket? Like, Why is there... what is that? Now moving on to this big stack of books. Now these are all mixed up. I'm gonna try and remember where I got them from, but I think the last 3 are from a book fairy. Okay, so I got Threadneedle by Carrie Thomas. I already own the second book that's out. I think that was in my last book haul. I think what's it called? The second one is Shadow Stitch. I've got the hardcover, like the signed edition. I couldn't find the hardcover for this anywhere, so I had to get the paperback. I've heard that this is amazing, and obviously because I had the second one, I had to get the first one so I could read the second one. But that's all I know that what this is about, is that it's about witches, and that's all I know. And with the spooky season coming up, I feel like witches and witchy books are the best to read during spooky season. I picked this up when I went to Liverpool. This is also from Waterstones in Liverpool as well, and it's Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I want to get into Brandon Sanderson books, but I don't know where to start. I don't want to dive in with a whole ass series, just not know, like, I don't know, I just don't know where to start. So I thought this is a standalone, and I thought this is like the best way to go, just to get a gist of his writing and see like the kind of stuff that he writes. I then picked up from the same trip to Liverpool Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. It's something to do with dragons, like the humans had betrayed the dragons by like stealing their magic. I know, like, the dragons had been like banished years ago, and I think they're gonna be like coming back now or something like that. I don't know, I'm just like getting the gist of it. And from Liverpool again, I picked up Bride of the Shadow King by Sylvia Mercedes. This is book 1 in, I don't know what the series is called. Oh, it doesn't say what the series is called. I think it's just Bride of the Shadow King, but I think this is like arranged marriage. Well, it's obviously fantasy, but it's like an arranged marriage, so to like save their kingdoms or something. Like, she's the princess and he's like a prince, and I think they have to marry to like save both their kingdoms, but obviously something else goes on, and there's 2 other books as well. I think it's a trilogy, but I was gonna get the other 2 books, but I was like, no, Brie, you need to stop doing that. You need to stop buying the whole series before you read the first book, because I have an issue with doing that. And then from the works, I picked up these 2 books, which is part of a series. It's called, I don't know what the series is called, but it's by Namina Fauna, The Gilded Ones and The Merciless Ones. A young heroine faces an impossible choice. Is she the key to saving her kingdom, or is she the greatest threat? And it just sounds really good. Anything to do with badass women warriors, I'm gonna love. And YA as well. I feel like YA books are just easy to read. And then this is from Vinted, another Vinted book. Like, these sprayed edges again, they're stunning. But it's Bridget Camira's Forging Silver into Stars. Now, I read Bridget Camira's Defy the Night trilogy, 5-star series. Cannot recommend it enough. And I fell in love with Bridget Camira's writing. She's got another trilogy that I do really want to read as well. I think this is her most recent release, and I think this is adult. I think. Yeah, the other trilogy I want to read by her is Cursebreaker, but I think this is adult, and it was only £1.50, so you can't go wrong. But it is a, I don't know whether it's a series or if it's standalone. Well, anyway, for £1.50 you can't go wrong. And then I got this and this from my most recent trip to Waterstones, and the first book I got was Daughter of the Drowned Empire by Frankie Diane Malice. I think I read the back of this when I was there, and it sounded really good. It's the first book from the Drowned Empire series. I think it's another sort of like arranged marriage to save the kingdom kind of vibes. Oh, it says something about training one of the kingdom's most brutal warriors, training at the academy. Oh my god, right up my street. And then secondly I picked up The Night of the Witch by Sarah Rash and Beth Revis. This is book 1. I don't know what the series is called. Another sort of witch and witch hunter vibe. So if you've read Crimson Moth, kind of like that kind of vibe. And as I've already mentioned, spooky season's coming up, so witchy books are in. And then from Vinted, so in my last Vinted haul, you would have seen that I am growing my Cassandra Clare collection, and I picked up the Mortal Instruments, the first 3 books, and I thought it was like the Mortal Instruments trilogy, but it's not. It's actually 6 books. So I picked up the first 3 books off Vinted last time, and then I picked up the last 3 off Vinted this time, and I think I paid £8 for these 3 books. So we have City of the Fallen, and then we've got City of Lost Souls, and then City of Heavenly Fire, and these are in immaculate condition. Not even a crease on the spine, not a bend anywhere. But I'm excited to start my Cassandra Clare journey. She's got a lot of books, and I'm trying to build up my collection because there's a lot of like series that intertwine with each other, and it's the whole sort of like Shadowhunters universe, and they all sort of like intertwine and interconnect with each other, and there's a whole reading order that you should read it in. And then, as you know, I am a Abby Jimenez stan. I absolutely love her, and I'm trying to get through her back catalogue. I say absolutely love her. I've only read 2 books, and that should explain how good of a writer she is, that I've only read 2 books by her and she's one of my favourite authors and one of my auto-buy authors. But I'm trying to go through her back catalogue and I obviously read her books wrong. You're meant to read Part of Your World first and then Yours Truly and then Just for the Summer, but I read Yours Truly and then Just for the Summer, and then I'm gonna go back and read Part of Your World. But it's sort of like an interconnected standalone, so it doesn't really matter how you read them, but I kind of like know a bit of spoilers for this because I've read Just for the Summer. But I'm gonna be reading this very soon because I just can't get enough of her writing, and summer's coming to an end and I feel like Abby Jimenez is just perfect for summer. And then from the works I got 1,000 Broken Pieces. Like, these sprayed edges are absolutely stunning, and this is the sequel to 1,000 Boy Kisses. Yeah, 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole, and this follows Poppy's sister Savannah like 3 years in the future after everything that went down in 1,000 Boy Pieces. No, 1,000 Boy Kisses. Very confusing, but I'm very excited to get to this. I say excited. Am I ready to have my heart ripped out? I don't think I'm ready. And then I actually received a very generous book fairy, which I'm very sad that it doesn't have a note with it. If you sent me these, please either comment down below, message me on Instagram so I can like thank you personally, but I'm gonna thank you here as well. For these 3 books, I got 3 books. Like, do you know how generous that is? Like, I literally received them and I opened them because I'd already like ordered stuff on Amazon as well, so I didn't know whether it was for me, and I opened them and I was like, I haven't ordered these, and then I was like looking around for the note and there was no note. I was like, oh no. So please comment if you sent these so I can thank you personally. I am eternally grateful. First up we got Collide, which is a new sort of popular hockey romance, I think it is. I think it is. He's holding a hockey stick, so I'm guessing it's a hockey romance, which I absolutely love. Like, if you know, I love my Al Kennedy hockey romances, so I know I'm gonna absolutely love these. And then sticking with the sort of like hockey romance vibe, they also sent me Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer, and I've been dying to read this because I've already got The Fake Out, which is the second book to this, but I didn't have the first one because I haven't been able to find it anywhere. This was in the works, but I could never find the first book in the works. But I seen Belle and Catherine speak about this book. She absolutely loved this. She said it was like a 5-star, but obviously I want to read the first book first before I read this. Now I'm really happy to have these. I might read these very soon. I might read them in like a 24-hour reading vlog that I've got coming up because I'm very excited to read these. We've got a little fantasy, which is Dawn of the Onyx. I've seen everybody speak about this. This is another like really popular new release that everyone's speaking about, but it's by Kate Golden and it's like a gothic dark fantasy. Arwen never expected to be the brave one, offering her life to save her brothers. Now she's been taken prisoner by the most dangerous kingdom on the continent and made to use her rare magic abilities to heal the soldiers of the vicious Onyx King. Romantasy deliciousness. I'm here for that. I am here for that. So I'm really excited to get to this. I think I see someone on TikTok do a reading vlog of this and they like absolutely raved about it, so I put it in my Amazon wishlist. But I am eternally grateful for whoever sent these, so please message me on Instagram or TikTok so I can thank you privately and personally. So those were all the books that I got. I went through those kind of quick fire because we had a lot to get through. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you've read any of those books, let me know in the comments down below. I love chatting to you guys in the comments and hearing your opinions on these books. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up and all the other YouTubey stuff that I always ask you to do. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye!